What's going on, guys? This is Will coming at you with yet another motivational, inspirational video. Today's video is a continuance of fasting goals. So this is fasting goals part two. Okay, so you know goals. Goals. So basically, you know something that you set out to do, something that you set out to accomplish, something that you know want to see happen. Now, it's looking up. Let me focus my camera a little bit. Does it look like? All right, there we go. That should be all right. Okay, so now if you are setting a goal, you need to look at the benefits of the goal. In order to set a goal, you have to know the benefits of the goal, what the benefits of the goal, what it's going to help you accomplish, and how it's going to benefit you in the future. I guess that's on this one. That's kind of on this one. I'm kind of feel like I'm kind of going on the fly or on the go on this one. But so the benefits of the goal, what it's going to help you accomplish in the future, what it's going to change within you, and how you can help others. Okay, so that's one thing of that's I guess you could say of one thing about goals. So basically, when I started fasting, I had to think about those things. I had to think about everything as far as fasting, what it was going to affect, what I was going to accomplish, and what was in the future, what it was going to help me accomplish in the future. So, main goal, I wanted to be better. That was the main goal. In the future, I wanted to be better. I want to see growth. And that's what I've seen. I've seen growth, and I see that I am better. And also, I wanted to be able to help people, which I hope that's what I'm doing. So I've of course grown through fasting. I no longer have temper or attitude. It may show up every now and again, but here's the thing. A lot of the times, I'm not even gonna say a lot of times when it does show up, I know what it is, and I can say, "Devil, I see you." So, I know who's causing it to flare up. I know who's trying to work my flesh, and that's the devil, that's Satan. So, goals. A goal was to get rid of it. It's not. I'm just not fly off the handle anymore. I just don't fly off the handle. I don't just tell people what I think at the drop of a dime. I pray about it, pray for the person that may affect me, that may make me mad, or what have you, or the person that comes at my mom or my sister. I pray for them, and I say, Lord, fix it, because it's not my battle. So I'm not like I used to. I'm not fly off the handle. I'm not that type of person that'll fly off the handle, anymore. So now, when it comes down to it, even to the point of my wife, I can't really I can't really fly off the handle with her, even though I want to. Something happened to her. Something happens with her. I have to let her fight her own battle. That's her battle. Even though I'm her husband, still that's her battle. I can't just boom, just go off, because it's not my battle to fight. My mom always used to tell me, this is my battle. I was always told, pick and choose your battles. So, therefore, goals. A goal for me was to be more humble, not be and not be that person that flies off the handle at any given moment about any given situation, because that situation could be a grain of salt to the man upstairs. To God, it could be a grain of salt to God when it comes to fixing it. It could be something you could just, pour some water on and boom, it's gone. So I had to start looking at it that way. When it came to my job, me working, I was getting crappy jobs and I wasn't able to, do like I wanted to do. Fasting goal. Lord, give me a better job making good money. Fasting and praying got me to a better job and making more money. Fasting got me there. I will always put it on my altar when I fast. Um, that was a fasting goal, a better job for me. I will also talk about praying, but that will be in a later video when it comes to, getting better and receiving better. So fasting wise, I remember I used to fast for about, I'll fast for a week. I'll fast for some days when it comes to getting a job, getting a better job, having a job where I could take care of business. I could handle my own business. I could take care of my home, my household, take care of my wife. Um, I remember fasting about that, praying about that. But like I said, that's coming later. But fasting mainly, the reason why I remember fasting about it, because fasting was the part that kind of hit me in the chest the most. It hit me in the chest the most because, your flesh doesn't want to fast. Your flesh doesn't want to receive better through fasting. It just wants to receive it without paying the price, without paying a price. So I had to turn out my plate. I had to, really just seek God. I had to really just look at what I was doing wrong in the fasting. And as I began to examine, as I began to look at me and look at what God wanted for me, the fasting goal, getting a better job, it started to come to light. It started to happen because I was looking at me. I was looking at what I could do better. Even though, I was doing better, I wasn't the person that I used to be, still I could do better. So I began to look at me and I set a fasting goal. Well, I don't want to feel like this no more. I don't want to, have doubt no more. I don't want to doubt myself when it comes to getting a job like this. And once I started fasting about those things, those feelings and doubt, doors began to open. A door began to open for me, and I was able to walk into, a job at the hospital where I stay at. So, and that's what I did. I walked in, I went and got a job, and I started out as a temp. I'm still a temp or whatever, but at the same time, I'm making good money. And I began to, fast a little more, pray a little more. Lord, I want to be permanent. And the day came where I basically got an interview for a permanent position in the position that I wanted. I got my phone interview and I got my face-to-face interview. I completed both interviews, and I'm just like, okay, well, Lord, now I'm waiting on a call back to, come in and finish up the deal. So now I'm waiting on that. I'm waiting on that, and as long as I keep fasting and praying, trusting God, that is going to happen for me. So now what I want to point out is this particular goal, a job. You have to be more specific on what kind of job you want, um, what kind of hours you want, what kind of pay you want, what kind of benefits you want. You have to be real specific. You have to, tell God everything. Don't leave nothing out. It has to be to, down to the, the simplest, what time you want to be able to wake up in the morning. The simple things to, Lord, I want to get this much sleep. Now, it doesn't matter. Tell God the smallest details. Smallest details. So with this job, the benefits are great. I get good vacation time, and the pay is good. So therefore, God, answered my prayer. He put me in a position where I can receive a good job. Now I'm just waiting on the call back. Okay, so next, when it comes to goals, you have to set not just natural goals, but you have to set spiritual goals. And you have to fast and pray about those spiritual goals. Lord, I want to read more. Lord, I want to pray more. Lord, I want to be able to spend more time with you. I want to be able to be in church more. Okay, there came a time where I was working every weekend, every Saturday and Sunday. So I would work during the week. I had 2 days off during the week. It would mostly be it would mainly be probably a Wednesday and a Thursday. I would have those 2 days off, and I would work every weekend. Well, fasting and praying, man, it got me there. Fasting got me there. I know I keep going to praying because to be honest, I'm so anxious to get in the prayer part of fasting and praying. So fasting got me there. I would turn down my plate. I would, tell God what I wanted. And I said, Lord, I don't have to have every weekend. I just want, every other weekend. And then boom, it started out with I got 2 weekends, and then it went to every other weekend. So now, with this position that I'm in now, I could work this position, but it's not the position that I want. But if God was to open up the door for this position, I would work it. And, I will be grateful to God for giving me the position, good benefits, and a lot more. So, and, the pay will be good. But it's, once again, look at, how it's going to benefit you in the future. You have to look at that. And this position, it will benefit me, but it will also kind of tear my body down in the process. So you have to look at all ends of a blessing. Also, you have to look at spiritually what it's going to do to you spiritually. Like I said, I asked God for a better prayer life. I want to read more. You have to look at all that. Like some people say, I'm too tired to read. I'm too this to pray, or too that to read, to that to pray. Whatever the excuse may be, after they get off of work. But don't make the excuse. Just do. Set yourself up to where you can do everything that God requires of you. This is Will coming at you with yet another motivational, inspirational vlog. Like, share, subscribe. I will continue on fasting and praying. I think I'm going to cap it off with as far as fasting, we're going to cap it off with, the result of fasting. So that is the last video, the result of fasting, and I will, well, maybe the last video, it depends, but the result of fasting. That's gonna be the next video. You guys like, share, subscribe, and you guys be blessed.